And I'm here to thank the members of this board and the school board and county staff and the staff for the school boards and also our superintendent for making this tremendous vote happen tonight to potentially fully fund our schools at a tax rate that also anticipates growth that we know it's going to come our way. We've all come together on this. We've worked with each other. We've communicated with each other to recognize the commitment of every Stafford County Public Schools employee in the face of a historical challenge with no precedent or playbook. And next year, there's still really going to be no precedent or playbook as we commit our lives to rebuild these students' lives. And with tonight's vote to hopefully close that $2 million gap as well, we're showing employees, not only Stafford County, but those of us in the surrounding divisions, that here in Stafford, our educators are heard, they're valued, and they're respected. This is an incredible moment for Stafford County to become a beacon of light between two capitals. This is an incredible moment for Stafford County to show others that it's worth investing in our children's future. This sets us all on a path to coming together to make something incredible happen. And this vote will herald a new chapter as the schools, the community, both boards, the Stafford Education Association continue walking the walk and talking the talk of true collaboration and partnership. With this vote, thousands of staff will wake up tomorrow, and they'll have a brighter shine in their eyes that their students will all notice. They'll beam with pride in who they are and with what they do and who they do it for. And this is especially true of our service employees who have kept this division functioning since day one with inexhaustible dedication and excellence in their execution. And there's a great Super Bowl ad talking about how Amazon delivered something like 18 million meals to families in need, which is incredible. And that's an incredible infrastructure they have. As you guys know, Stafford County alone, we're not Amazon, okay? We delivered over 1 million meals, and that was because of our service staff. So this is a first step and one that we're all gonna remember when this vote passes. So I'm asking you tonight to send that message to the Commonwealth that in Stafford, we truly believe in what can be done when we continue to work together. I wanna thank you all for your time and your dedication to everyone during this crisis. And just thank you.
Thank you.
My question is why? Why hasn't this been made a priority? I, along with my colleagues, have served our students in this county for many years. Some of them have been your children. This past year has shown that we, as educators, have stepped up to the plate, gone above and beyond for our students. Many of us, myself included, gave up our summer last year in order to prepare for the coming year by barcoding books, having book distributions for students to pick up books, locker pickups, along with other various duties, on our own time. We didn't question it, we just did it for our students. We were the first ones in the building, starting in July, well into August, prepping. Teachers came into buildings to set up classrooms, meet with students online, on their own time. They didn't question it, they just did it for their students. Teaching styles were changed with little to no training. Virtual teaching was introduced with little to no training. We didn't question it, we just did it for our students. The nutrition department, since school ended at spring break countywide, has prepared hundreds of thousands of meals to be distributed to our students every day. Our bus drivers did meal pickups at various locations within the county. They didn't question it, they just did it for our students. Our instructional teachers, along with our instructional technology resource teachers, have worked tirelessly to learn the new learning management system, i.e. Canvas, turn around, then teach the teachers how to use it for instruction in a very short period of time, on their own time. They didn't question, they just did it for our students. Our maintenance staff took the extra furniture out of classrooms, then set up classrooms safely within a very short period of time while maintaining their duties. They didn't question, they just did it for our students. We have put our families and ourselves at risk. We didn't question, we just did it for our students. For what? For our students. We have proven that we can rise to the occasion. We have done everything you've asked. We have asked, we have begged. We have been told to wait and be patient. When? When is the time to fully fund the schools? The time has come. The time is now. Thank you.
Thank you. And
I have been before this board many times in the past, generally representing the concerns of all educators within Stafford County Public Schools or other members of the community. I am finally retired from teaching this past September. I determined that because of the changes necessitated by the pandemic, that I was no longer going to be able to live up to the standards that I had set for myself as a teacher for over 44 years. Yesterday, I sent an email message to all the supervisors that included a plea to improve the per pupil expenditure, or PPE, for here in Stafford County. The point that I was making by including that November 20th, 2012 speech before the board was to identify that though the dates and the statistics may have changed slightly, the premise had not changed at all. Stafford continually ranks as one of the wealthiest counties in the entire United States. However, when compared to the other 131 counties, towns, and city school divisions in our state, our PPE is really rank. In that regard, Stafford embarrassingly, continually, factually is among the very lowest in school divisions. That situation has remained constant for over a decade. In 2020, Stafford ranked 82nd out of 94 counties and 119th out of all the 132 school divisions. After retiring, I myself, like Mr. Hank Shortenberg, who spoke at the last supervisors meeting, is one of those that are on now a fixed income. But I understand the long-seated needs of our county, of public servants, its public educators, and they need to be addressed. I see the infrastructure needs that our roads and bridges and the like have. We can do so much more if only we had the revenue. For too long, this county has unnecessarily maintained a tax rate below what the vast majority of its residents could have provided. The county administrator's pre-pandemic tax rate of $1 for fiscal year 22 is in the county budget. Some have maintained that the current 97-cent rate should be held fast to. Some questions come to mind. If not the additional state funding the schools are slated to receive, were the supervisors willing to recommend more than the 97 rate? Also, with the additional state funding fully funding the school budget, doesn't it follow that other counties also competing for the dwindling number of educators available will also increase their pay to staff members? And that negates any potential gain that Stafford has towards becoming a fully staffed school division. My overall point is that Stafford County could and should do much more. They could begin to make up for some of the deficit. Imagine being able the opportunity to hire the best and brightest public servants and educators. Imagine being able to take care of those dam beavers, or is it beaver dams, causing problems along Brook Road. 97 cents keeps things afloat. 98 cents brings more. 99 cents, perhaps $1. What would an affordable proposed tax rate of $1 do for our workers and for our community?
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you for your
Watkins.
time.
Thank you.
Tonight, I would like to thank the entire board for the opportunity to speak. My message is brief, but the ask is big. It was 2014 when it was announced that Stafford County Public Schools would move to a market-based compensation after having several years of being unable to fund the step scale. We understood that this could not be funded at all at one time and that our teachers would be first. As support staff, we have been patient while we watch several deserving county employees receive market-based pay. Our pay scale has become incredibly compressed. We are often in the same position where someone brand new is making the same amount of pay as we are as veterans. Support staff have been passed over or underfunded for several years so that other employee groups could be funded. While we agree that all employee groups are deserving, we are no less deserving. It is now 2021, 7 years later, and I stand before you on behalf of SEA and our school support staff to ask this board to fully fund the uniform scale market enhancement. It is a big ask, and I know that, but it is one that will send a big message. Fully funding the market pay for support staff while also funding the teacher scale enhancement will send a message that all Stafford County employees are deserving of the market pay. Thank you again for your time and all your dedication to the schools. Good evening.